Welcome to Pins and Things! Today we're going to be making this Joy costume from Disney Pixar's Inside Out. What you're going to need is, and I'm super excited about this! 2 yellow shirts that are extra large. A regular size shirt, this will be for your torso, so whatever fits you very nicely. And they need to be the same color. Then some yellow thread, scissors, a sewing machine, blue paint, and a paintbrush. First thing I'm going to do is cut the sleeves off and make them a little bit shorter. And now I'm just going to take this, and to match it up on the other side, I'm going to put it on top and cut it off in the exact same way, just like that. On both of your extra large shirts, you're going to take your scissors and cut off one of the sleeves. Now that you've taken off the sleeve, come to the bottom where the sleeve, we're going to drag this and bring it all the way across like that. I've matched this seam of the bottom of the shirt to the seam on the shoulder here. 23 inches is the length that we're going to go for with our skirt. And up here, it's about 5.5 inches of length right here. So that's where you need to have it folded to. And I'm going to take a pencil and start marking where my skirt is. And I'm going to hold my thumb here and just pivot the tape and mark it up as I go. I have to make one more mark right here because this we will need to hem up to this point, and this will be where we have our waist. I'm just going to go ahead and cut where I've just marked. So now we have one more thing to do, and it's take the measuring tape from this corner all the way down here, and we're going to draw a line or just cut it. And I think I'm just going to cut it. Once you've got it all cut, you're going to take it and you're going to flip it the opposite direction. Hold it together. Now we're going to need the mark that we made at the top. So this is the mark that we made. We're just going to bring it from this side and put it on this side so we can see it too. And we're going to measure about 4 inches down from the part where we made the cut. And we are going to make a seam to clean up this edge here. Now I'm going to go sew along that line. So we've taken my measurements for my waist and we've split it into 4, and that is 8 inches. And so we have 8 inches right here, and that is the part. You can see what we've just done. Stitched it up back there to make it go all the way to the right length. The 8 inches is going to go right here. So 8, 8, and then another 8 and another 8. And that's why this part has to be 8 inches. So whatever your waist is divided by 4, that's the length that you're going to have not stitched up to. We've made sure to go back and forth with a big zigzag and at 0 with the stitch length so that it just kind of stops the seam from going any further right there. So that's going to hold on really tight. Now that we've stitched it up, we're going to cut off the extra fabric right here without touching the seam that you've just made. And that will just make it lay better. So I've done the exact same thing to both of my extra large shirts, and now we're going to make sure that whatever side the label is on is going to be on the inside of the skirt. So both of the labels you can see are showing out, and we're going to stitch on this side so that on the front you can't see the label at all. So we're going to pin this part together and go ahead and stitch it up. To make the shirt fitted, I've just gone ahead and pinched on either side of my shirt, making sure that it's even on both sides. I've just gone ahead and pinned either side. You do want your seam to be on the inside of your shirt, so make sure that your shirt is inside out. I made sure and took it off very carefully so as to not poke myself. Now I'm just going to go ahead and stitch it up. Now that I've sewn up the edges, there is extra material you can kind of see, but that will be trimmed off. And then next, we're going to sew up these edges and on this side of the skirt, and then we'll be attaching it at the waist. So technically, you could leave it at this and just have it not even be attached because it's just the perfect length and the perfect stretchiness that it's like holding itself there. But I want to make it a little bit more sturdy. I'm just going to stitch it up on the middle, right where I want it to be at my waist. So for attaching the skirt, I have measured up 3 inches so that it will be right at my waist where I want it to be. Marked it all the way across and cut it off. And this, guess what we can use this for? A belt on DISGUST's costume. So now we're going to take the skirt here, which actually had some points at this point, and I just made sure it was level all the way across. And now we're going to pin it to the bottom of the t-shirt and be done once we sew it. Ta-da! Here's the dress, all done. Now all we need to do is paint it. Joy! To do the flowers on the dress, we're going to make a potato stamp. So you cut your potato in half, cut the shape you want, and then dig out the rest so that this is really popping out. And then you just put some paint on a plate and you just take your potato stamp, put it on there, make sure that it's even. And I'm actually getting some of the paint off just so that it's not so thick and it will dry a little faster. But as long as it's evenly coated, that's all that really matters. Make sure you put a thick paper in between your dress so that it won't bleed through onto the other side when you put your stamp down. All right. If there's any holes or any places that don't look quite right, just take your paintbrush and fix them. Go on and finish the rest of your dress. For the makeup, I just used a little bit of a yellow base, and then on top of that, I just did my regular makeup. I got this wig on AliExpress online, and then I added some blue eyebrows to top it all off. So I hope you guys like this video. I think it turned out so good, and the one thing that I love the most about this is it's super duper comfortable. It just feels like I'm wearing a t-shirt, but it's a dress, so it's like fancy, right? Make sure to subscribe if you like this video. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and you can also follow me every day on the beach house over here. All of the other Inside Out costumes are coming soon on my channel, so make sure to watch and stay tuned. And we also have some amazing other Halloween videos that you can see. We'll see you guys next time.